Welcome back, guys, to Bristow Daily Homes. Well, everyone's having a great week so far. So I wanted to address there's only one home to review today, but before I review that, a lot of people have been asking me about the government shutdown and what the implications of that as far as buying real estate, trying to obtain a home loan. And the fact of the matter is, right now, many of the departments, USDA, which is the department that handles the rural development loans, they've essentially shut down, so you can no longer really apply for rural development loans, or at least get a conditional approval from them. FHA, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to pull case numbers and things like that, so expect delays. What this really means is it's going to push all closings back. If you have a 30-day close, good luck having that happen if you're in the middle of a transaction right now. VA is going to be in a similar circumstance. The biggest thing here is and we got one of the lenders that I work with got a message yesterday that IRS and the Social Security Administration basically are not going to be able to verify any sort of information. Well, most lenders are going to be verifying, Social Security numbers and tax returns. Everybody signs, for the most part, a 4506T, which is the ability to give the lender to check your tax transcripts. Most lenders won't close a loan without this being in the file. And as of right now, they're not going to be verifying anything until the furlough is over. So for a majority of people, they're not going to be able to close on their home loan. So if you're in the middle of a transaction and your lender hasn't pulled that 4506T, the tax transcript, to verify your returns, then expect delays. And who knows how long the delays could actually be, because see, the problem is not just that there's a delay now, but once the government does open back up and they start taking them again, they're going to get bombarded with requests, which is going to back things up even further. So I know I don't want to put a timeline or anything, but I would, at least a couple weeks to a month delay could happen. But it's just something you should prepare for, something that you should definitely be letting the other parties involved know what's going on, because they might not be looking into what's actually taking place. And many people thought that it wasn't going to affect real estate as much, but as we see here and numerous other places, the government affects all businesses in some sort of fashion. And it looks like unless you have an all-cash deal, then your transaction is not going to go smoothly at this point. Not going to say that it's not going to close, just a matter of when is it going to close. You can get it in, get an approval and all that, and basically be waiting on your tax transcripts to come back, but could be a problem in hitting your target closing date. And just something that I wanted people to be aware of in case you're in the middle of a transaction right now, or in case you're considering buying right this very second. That is something that you should be prepared for. So there's only one listing to review today. It's 10216 Broadsword Drive. It's located in the Braemar subdivision. It's a detached colonial, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It sits on almost a quarter-acre lot, and as you can see here, it's got a nice front brick, and it's also got some vinyl siding as well. Listed at $550,000. It's roughly 4,718 square feet, so it's a big house. We've got 3,746 square feet on the main 2 levels, and probably about another 1,200 finished in the basement. 2-car garage. This one sits at the end of a cul-de-sac. The backyard is really relatively flat, so you can do whatever you want back there. We'll go through some of the pictures here so you can see the inside. Nice and open, hardwood floors throughout, neutral paint. A lot of nice trim work has been done in this house, crown moldings. As you can see here, everything looks, like it's been staged, obviously. Now here we get into the kitchen. Looks like the cabinets are, a little bit older, just an oak style. This house was built in 2004, and the appliances are white, but there's granite countertops. So easy fix here. If you wanted to change out the appliances to modernize it a little bit, you could. If you wanted to do stainless steel, that's an easy fix in this home. Here are the bedrooms. Once again, all pretty neutral paint for the most part. Family room. The garage, super clean. The washer and dryer mudroom area. Master bath. Here's the backyard where it looks like there's a patio off the back side. And here's the backyard, which is relatively flat, as you can see. Nice mature trees in the backside there. And here's the basement area, which is finished off. Only one picture of that. Now, there was another listing on Broadsword that sold back in the end of August for about 3,700 square feet, and I don't think the basement was finished, but it sold for about $515,000. Obviously this is about $35,000 more than that. Does a finished basement justify $35,000 more on an appraisal? Probably not. But with that being said, remember that an appraiser can compare properties within a mile. And in Bristow, a mile gets you a long way. They can come across to Victory Lakes, and houses of this type of square footage would be selling in that range. So it's really just going to be if there's a willing and able buyer at this price. I think that, you know, this is a house that's pretty much move-in ready on a nice lot in a highly desirable neighborhood. So wouldn't be surprised if this one moves relatively quickly at this price. And once again, I think this is another thing that to note to buyers out there is just because you see a house on the same street or, you know, next door that sells for, you know, 20, 30, 40,000 less doesn't always mean that, hey, this other home is overpriced, because it could be completely different as far as the upgrades on the inside of the home and what's been done. And you know, at the end of the day, if you've got a willing and able buyer at that higher price and you can still compare to other homes within a mile of this home, then, you know, chances are that home is going to sell close to that price. So that's the biggest thing there. But I would say this is a very nice home. I think that you're getting a ton of square footage, nice lot. And like I said, Braemar is probably one of the top 2 most desirable subdivisions to live in all of Bristow. If you'd like to take a look at this home in person, all you have to do is set up an appointment with us at 703-596-0011. You can go to our website at bristowdailyhomes.com and contact us any of the 3 ways on the right-hand side of the website. And if you have any questions or concerns about, you know, the government shutdown, what that means, how it could potentially affect real estate decisions that you may make in the coming future, we'd be glad to help you out. We're definitely keeping our finger on, you know, the pulse of what's going on, so we can bring you the most up-to-date information. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, we want to let you know, and that's part of the reason why we do our daily videos here. Hope everybody has a fantastic Wednesday, and we will be talking to you tomorrow, guys. Thanks.